Fuzzy the squirrel woke up to the gentle warmth of the morning sun. Sun rays peeked through the trees, casting a golden glow on his cozy treehouse. Time for breakfast, Fuzzy thought with excitement. He scampered outside, eager to start his day. Fuzzy loved acorns more than anything. He sniffed the ground, hoping to find his hidden treasures. But where are those acorns? He wondered, scratching his head in confusion. Fuzzy had forgotten where he buried them. Oh well, he thought with a shrug. He loved berries too, and they were just as delicious. With a burst of energy, Fuzzy dashed towards the berry bushes, his little heart racing with anticipation. Suddenly, he tripped over a hidden root. Fuzzy tumbled and rolled head over tail. He finally stopped at a tree trunk, feeling dizzy and disoriented. Dizzy? Fuzzy mumbled, shaking his head to clear the fog. What was I doing again? Then he saw them, juicy red berries glistening in the sunlight. Berries! Fuzzy cried out happily, his eyes sparkling with joy. In that moment, he forgot all about the acorns. The berries were all he needed. Fuzzy gobbled up the berries with delight, his face getting stained with their sweet juice. It was a perfect start to his nutty day. Fuzzy ate berries till his tummy hurt. Oh no, Fuzzy groaned. He suddenly remembered something. The acorn competition, he gasped. Every year, squirrels gathered for the acorn count. Whoever had the most acorns won. Fuzzy had collected so many. He just couldn't remember where he put them. Fuzzy scurried through the forest. He looked under leaves and behind rocks. Nope, not here, he muttered. He checked tree hollows and beneath mushrooms. Where are my acorns? Fuzzy cried, feeling hopeless. He was going to lose the competition. Then, he saw his friend, Benny the Beaver. Benny! Benny the Beaver was in for a surprise. Fuzzy cried, rushing towards him with an urgent look on his face. Benny was gnawing on a twig, completely unaware of the commotion. Hey, Fuzzy, Benny mumbled, wood chips flying everywhere as he spoke. Have you seen my acorns? Fuzzy asked frantically, his eyes wide with worry. Acorns? Benny looked confused, trying to recall. Fuzzy explained about the competition they were supposed to enter. Benny chuckled, finding the situation amusing. You ate those berries again, didn't you? He said with a teasing tone. Fuzzy's eyes widened in realization. He did feel rather full of berries. Oh, Fuzzy mumbled sheepishly, rubbing his belly. He forgot he ate them. The memory of the delicious berries came flooding back. Suddenly they heard a loud crash. The sound echoed through the forest. What was that? Fuzzy squeaked, jumping onto a tree stump in fright. A figure came crashing through the bushes, leaves and twigs flying everywhere. It was Perry the Possum. He made a dramatic entrance, looking quite flustered, and he was covered in berries? The sight left Benny and Fuzzy utterly bewildered. Section 4. Perry the Possum's Predicament. Perry stumbled, tripping over his own feet. He had been in such a hurry, he didn't see the roots sticking out of the ground. He was a mess of purple juice and leaves. The berries he had been snacking on were now smeared all over him.
Perry, what happened? You look like you've been through a berry storm.
Benny asked, trying not to laugh. The sight of Perry covered in juice was just too funny. Perry burped, a puff of berry scent escaping his mouth. The sweet smell filled the air.
I was taking a nap in my favorite berry bush. It was so comfy and full of delicious berries.
And then? Everyone leaned in, eager to hear more.
Fuzzy urged, his acorn troubles momentarily forgotten. Someone shook the bush. I woke up covered in berries. It was you, wasn't it? Perry accused, pointing a paw at Fuzzy.
Perry hiccuped dramatically, pointing a shaky paw at Fuzzy. Fuzzy blushed, looking guilty. He did remember shaking a certain berry bush. He had been looking for acorns. He just thought it was a normal bush. Fuzzy scratched his head, realizing his mistake. Section 5. The Great Berry Caper. Fuzzy stuttered, trying to explain. Benny just laughed.
You always make things interesting, Fuzzy.
Fuzzy felt bad for Perry. He had an idea.
Let's collect berries.
Perry, despite his berry-stained fur, loved berries. Fuzzy, with his terrible memory, actually led them to the biggest berry patch ever. They gathered baskets and baskets of berries. Perry was ecstatic. He even promised not to tell anyone about Fuzzy waking him up. Fuzzy felt happy. He might not have found his acorns, but he had made a new friend. Section 6. A Nutty Lesson Learned. The next day, the acorn competition commenced. Fuzzy, with no acorns to count, watched his friends participate. He didn't win, but he had a great time cheering them on. He learned that having fun with friends was more important than winning. Later, Benny found Fuzzy.
Hey Fuzzy, I found something.
He pointed to a small pile of acorns hidden under a leaf. Fuzzy's eyes widened. He completely forgot he hid some there too. Fuzzy laughed. He might be forgetful, but he was never short of surprises.